Hello everyone. In our previous lecture, we have covered payback period in Excel. In this lecture, we are covering discounted payback period. We know that payback period has some limitations, like payback period does not include time value of money. And the advantage of discounted payback period is that it includes time value of money. Now let's look at what does it mean by discounted payback. The length of time required for an investment's discounted cash flows to cover its cost is called discounted payback period. So the discounted payback period uses discounted cash flows rather than raw cash flows. Raw cash flows are used by traditional payback period, whereas discounted payback period uses discounted cash flows. These discounted cash flows are calculated using the cost of capital as a discount rate. Then this discount rate, that means the uh, cost of capital is used to find out the present value of the cash flows. So the discounted cash flows includes the time value of money, and it eliminates the first limitation of traditional payback period. Now let's look at solve problem of discounted payback period. So again, we have two projects, project S and project L. So let's look at the cash flows of project L. It requires $100, $1,000 $1,000 million initial investment. Then it will generate 500, 400, 300, and $100 million respectively in year 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we need to find out discounted cash flows. So for both projects, cost of capital is 10%. So we are using 10% discount rate for the both projects. Now let's look at the cash flow of project S in year 1. It will generate $500. The present value of this $500 is $455 using 10% discount rate. So 500 divided by 1.10 to the power 1, that's $455, the present value of 500. Similarly, present value of $400 at 10% discount rate is 331 approximately. So how is it found? 400 divided by 1.10 to the power 2. In the same way, we can find out the present value of the rest of the cash flows. Now let's look at the third row, which is cumulative discounted cash flow. So again, the cumulative discounted cash flow for year 0, which is the initial investment, is $1,000. Then cumulative discounted cash flow for year 1 is minus $445. So year 0's cumulative cash flow, which is minus 1,000 plus 455 equal to minus 545. Then discounted cash flow for year 2 is 331 minus the cumulative discounted cash flows for year 1 is 454 equal to minus 250. Then the discounted cash flow for year 3 is 225. Now adjust it with the cumulative discounted cash flows of year 2, which is minus 215. So minus 215 plus 225, $11 approximately. Here we are not using any points. So if we look at the solid figure, it looks like it should be $10, but if we use the points, it will be approximately 11. In the same way, we can find out the cumulative cash flow for year 4. Now, using the same formula, we can find out the discounted cash flows for project S. So project S cumulative cash flows become positive after 2 years. So 2 plus uncovered discounted cash flow for the last uncovered discounted cash flow is 215. That's 215, and total cash flows at year 3 is 223. From year 3 it becomes the cumulative cash flows become positive, so we are using the total cash flows of year 3. So 2 plus 215 last uncovered cost divided by total cash flows when the cumulative cash flows become positive at year 3 is 225. So 215 divided by 225, 2.295 years. Similarly, the discounted payback for project L is 3.78. How is it that maximum acceptable payback for both projects are 3 years? In this case, project A should be accepted and project L should be rejected because project L has a discounted cash flow of 3.78 years, which is more than 3 years. Now, if the projects are independent, we can choose only project S. In the meantime, if the projects are mutually exclusive, still we will accept only project S. Project L will be rejected because its the discounted payback is more than 3 years, which is the maximum acceptable payback period. Now, in our next lecture, we will cover discounted payback period in Excel. That's all about module 2. In our module 3, we will cover cost of capital. Thank you.